Tap or snap, that's a written or unwritten rule of BJJ and grappling combat and in MMA as well. So usually in Jiu-Jitsu there's the unwritten rule that you have to give somebody like a little bit of time before you actually break it, okay? And I thought that in all modern rule set that this rule is obviously written down, that you must not purposefully break somebody's joints. But I've been taught today that in the IBJJF and ADCC rule set, that's absolutely not the case. And I made a little discussion about it online and that's the topic today, where people taught me that, well, you must have no competition experience whatsoever, because that's obviously what everybody does in competition. They go for the break full on, 100% full speed. And that's wrong. Okay, that's wrong. That tells me that those people have been taught in a very incomplete way. Okay, let me tell you about it. So when I do a submission, okay, I grab it, I set a certain speed in competition, of course, I set a certain speed and then just pull through, okay? And you have a little time to tap. And if you tap, I let go, we go home healthy. If you don't tap, it snaps, okay? And I think most advanced competitors will do it very much the same way, okay? Many beginners will not even be ready to break, okay? But those people think that they pull with the intention to break, and they don't. And to me, that is a very important distinction, okay? They pull with the intention of making the other guy tap and then release, okay? And somebody even told me that, yeah, all of those locks, maybe with the exception of a heel hook, it's a direct quote, they will not break directly. And that's wrong. That's the way he was being taught without realizing it. He's like, okay, in the armbar, when you fully extend it, it will not even pop. And yes, if you extend it to 180 degrees, that's how it's usually being taught. So you break the grip, and then you lock it in a kind of end position, okay, where it starts hurting and he will need to tap before it pops. And that's the point, okay? You could fully well do an armbar and overextend to like 135 degrees immediately. But nobody does it, okay? You're not like here and then with full on speed and full on power, just try to break the arm. Or in like a kimura, nobody or next to nobody just, like wham, rips through with all their might, okay? We are taught to apply a high amount of pressure, a dangerous amount of pressure even, with the intent of shocking our opponent and making them tap, but not with the full-on intent of actually breaking their arm. And that's an important distinction. That's what makes Jiu-Jitsu relatively safe, and that's a big difference to actually trying to injure somebody directly. And to me, it's very sad that those people don't understand the distinction, because it means that they do not know what they are being taught, and they do not understand the full extent of what is biomechanically possible. They have no idea that it's absolutely possible to like rip on an Americana and just with all might, no stopping, just whoop, like you would do, like those breaking things that those Taekwondo and karate guys do. You could do very much the same with every joint lock. But we do not, because the intention is to make somebody tap, okay? So that also means that if you were ever in a situation where you totally should try to break, if you don't know that distinction, you might fail at your goal of breaking, okay? So learn about that distinction and learn about how to train and to practice Jiu-Jitsu safely in training and in competition to have the relative safety towards your competitors and yourself. See you next time.